I want to be with you everywhere.
Good for
Ah,
me.
that's my song for Todd, but also you guys. I want to be with you everywhere. Come see me on tour. Anyway, guys, welcome to AnnieWood. We are so excited to be here. I am excited to be here. I said we because I'm codependent. Todd doesn't have a say whether he's happy to be here or not. Are you happy?
So happy.
We're happy people. Anyway, this episode is going to be amazing. We have one of my best friends in the whole world, Josh Potter, on. Todd's actually wearing the Offspring shirt that we later talk about with Josh.
That's correct.
We just came back from an epic road trip with him. Everything is amazing. I love Josh. We got a lot of plans for him in the future of AnnieWood. So thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment. Share this with your friends. And I want to tell you where I'm going to be. You can see me in Holland, Michigan at the Park Theater December 1st. You can see me in Grand Rapids, Michigan at the Listening Room December 2nd and 3rd. We are going to Vegas, baby, for New Year's on the 30th and 31st of December. Come to Wise Guys. It is going to be so fun. We are going to party like it's 2023. I'll be doing a one-nighter in Burbank, California at Flappers January 7th. I'm going to be at Comedy on State in Madison, Wisconsin, January 27th through 28th. I'm going to be in Florida in Dania Beach. I've never said that right. And Tampa, February and March. And I'm going to be in Canada, and a lot more dates are coming. So go to AnnieLederman.com/shows. And we're working on a name for the tour. So there will be a release of that very soon.
Yep.
But anyway, we have so much fun. The shows have been epic. The meet and greets are everything. We're cultivating a hang here, so I just want you to be a part of it as much as possible. And so I'm excited. Thanks for watching.
Welcome to AnnieWood.
Oh my God. You guys, welcome to AnnieWood. We're not sure what episode number this is going to be because fuck it, we're making this up as we go. But I will tell you this. This is my best guy friend. This is my number one guy. I wouldn't say ride or die because he can't drive, so.
I can ride though.
You can ride. But then that makes you the co-pilot, which is degrading.
No.
I don't want you to be, so you're in my sidecar? That's so rude.
I don't know. I mean.
You have the energy of the person that could be driving, but the eyes of one that cannot.
Oh, I like that.
Sidekick you. I feel like every radio show you go on, they're like, all right, get in this vat of shit and we're going to laugh at you. Ha,
That's
ha.
exactly my entire career for the first 15 years. So yeah, pretty much.
It's like let's poke at this.
Like whatever you want, guys. I just love Friends.
Now, with that said, this is Josh Potter of The Josh Potter Show. You may have seen him get humiliated in many absolutely hilarious ways. We're actually not knocking it.
What do you mean?
It was pretty good. They breast pumped you.
Okay, yeah. Tit cups.
They shoulder haired you. That was the Lord. That was the heavens did that to you.
I mean, I've been shoulder hairing myself since, high school. I mean, that was my own trick I brought to the table.
Did the shoulder hair start coming in at the same time the top of the hair started going out, or was it
No,
you
I'll
had
tell
both
you
at once?
exactly when. The worst thing that I could have done was I nared my whole body in 2007 going to spring break at Myrtle Beach.
So this was just for you. It wasn't for content. It wasn't
laid.
content. This was
yeah.
pre-content days.
We went for spring break in college. I wanted to meet women in Myrtle Beach. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to have to nair I'm going to be on the beach. I got to nair up, So I nared my entire body and, the upper body. And then when it came back,
You
it
left
was
the sweatpants.
disgusting. It came back
Really? Immediately?
yeah. Well, not immediately. When it grew back, it just grew back more aggressive.
But do you think that it never would have?
It wasn't as bad before the nair job,
Wow.
but it might have over time.
Would you call it a nair miss? Nair, what the hell? You know
Nair,
what our sponsor isn't? Nair.
And by the way, nair smells terrible and it burns your whole
Rotten
body.
eggs, it smells like.
Yeah, exactly.
It does smell like a rotten egg. I have naired before and it never gave me what I was looking for.
Never. It took me forever too to wipe it all off and
It's so gross. Isn't it gross, the feeling of a tissue wiping off nair?
I used a washcloth because it was a tissue was it'd die halfway. It would be like,
yeah, this isn't a sneeze. This is a phlegmy cough.
If I used a tissue, I'd have tissue and hair on my body it looked crazy.
When you wipe up Stop.
When you wipe up a puddle on the ground with a tissue, you know how it gets all little tissue clumps everywhere?
Yeah.
It'd be like that all over my body.
We're not going to shave you.
Thank you.
I want you to stay the way you want to be.
Yeah, I like just talking sometimes, I don't need to like do
I do want
stunt boy activity every
I do
time.
want to pitch some stunt boy things.
No, I know you love the stunt boy energy.
I love stunt boy, but it's not about you specifically. Anyone sitting here I would do this for. But I'm a stunter with a heart of gold.
You have stunt boy energy.
I'll do fucking anything.
You love it.
I love it. When Todd shocked me, it was so painful. He shocked me on Me Inspiration. We're probably gonna have to do it again.
That was my first stunt. Was when I was 16. I got shot by a cop with a taser.
Oh, see, I am interested. But that was just you were getting arrested?
No. It was like a controlled environment in a studio, and the whole thing was.
That was just like we were find out your criminal history.
We thought it was going to be like well, yeah, no, I mean
that was his stunt. He was on Cops.
Yeah,
was his
that's
first
how I
TV
got
credit.
Yeah. I was on the local news. Stunt boy, aka arrested. But no, I was 16 and I was like an intern. And they had the taser, and they could either use it like a stun gun on everybody, but they couldn't do the whole like prongs in everybody's back thing. So
they thought with the hair, you had just recently nared. So they were this will be a good padding. Little do they know, it catches fire.
Yeah. Yeah. So like nobody wanted to do it. And I was like, I want to get on the air. So I was like, I'll fucking do it. And they were like, all right, sign this waiver. And that was the first thing.
100% my full energy.
Yeah.
Get on air, I'll do it.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted and then from there on, I was on the air.
Now, okay, wait. So it does seem a little bit like those were the days where they were just taking children and just
they didn't
assaulting them.
They didn't, I mean, I was like a special intern where I feel like some people weren't aware of my age at the time. They thought I was like,
they saw that shoulder hair. They're like, this guy's got to be in his 40s.
I had a full beard. I mean, yeah, exactly. So it wasn't like anyone. People were like, you're in high school? I'm like, yeah.
Have you always identified as about 15 years older than you are?
No, I have a baby face, or had a baby face when I was younger.
You have what I call a preemie face.
A preemie face, yeah. But then once I started having facial hair, it was like on,
Well, I did want to say, I mean, just a little side note real quick. I'm a sucker for incubator babies. Todd was an incubator baby. He was preemie, you were preemie. I was in an incubator. I think we all find each other.
Yeah, I mean, or it's just a numbers thing where it's like we all went in that incubator every now and again, in the 80s.
Take away.
Okay, sorry.
From our special. That's why we liked Incubus, the band. Yeah. We all fucking rocked hard to that.
Oh, love Incubus.
Oh God.
Love him.
The wine one? Turn water into wine?
That's not the name of the song.
I'm talking the lyric. I don't know the names.
Yeah, that's like one lyric in the song. If I turn water into wine.
Could water?
I thought.
Oh my God. To be so cocky about this. To shit on me so hard.
It's one lyric. I was trying to remember what song it was.
Wine.
And hold my own and drive. It's Drive. Drive is the name of the song.
But that's so bad.
What?
That it's about drinking and driving. So lame. Incubus, stop with the messages.
Well, it's fucking, 20 years old now almost at this point.
With all the messages.
They have a lot of messages.
We were at we went to the Life is Beautiful festival. I wish you were there. Honestly, I wish you had been everywhere.
Was Incubus there?
It wasn't Incubus, but the reason you just triggered that memory is because you said 20 years ago, and we were watching Ludacris, and Ludacris, every song he was about to sing, he goes, this song came out 20 years ago. And it's like, Ludacris, we're on mushrooms. Please don't bring up time. Okay?
Same thing. I just went to the When We Were Young festival, and it was all that. I mean, everybody, like Chris Caraba's up there about to sing like Hands Down by Dashboard, and he's like, this song came out in 2003, and we're like, oh my God.
Everyone's like crying, like this is so upset. I'm like feeling, is my face still here?
One of the best
my
bands,
face is made of ropes. Oh God.
All American Rejects, like when they were happening at the time, I never really gave a shit about them, but I somehow know all of their songs. And they went up and didn't even like put on any airs. They never played any new stuff. They were like, we're not doing new music. And they're like, let's roll it back to 06 or whatever, like, and it was actually funny and like made you go like, okay, yeah, we're all here being old together.
Well, when I, go backstage and hang out with Papa Roach, my dear friends, what's up?
They have a new album out.
I know, but here's the thing. The fans are so into them. They love the new shit too. Like, obviously they want the hits, but
their new shit just sounds like the same. It's like, oh, cool. They're just doing more.
Okay.
But now they're not like,
chill.
But now they're not like, like my dad is lame or whatever. You know what I mean?
Let's
it's
just say
like
the Papa and Papa Roach means their family. So let's chill.
No, I'm not. I'm saying that's good. I'm complimenting them.
Is that what to turn you into like you're insulting someone you're not insulting?
Yeah, you're like gaslighting me into like shitting on. I'm not shitting on them at
Papa
all.
Roach, I just want you to know that is Josh Potter saying that, not me.
I am
I'm
the
a big
Roach.
fan.
I mean, God,
yes,
you
that's
know,
right.
I love them.
No, Josh and I are like, listen, Nickelback. When we met Nickelback,
Oh, we were like, I hope you know that we unironically love
we
you.
don't want this to be weird for you. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like people come up to you and it's like a bit. We're being dead fucking serious. And then Mark Maron busted through and was
can
like,
we say that? Can we mention that
yes.
part?
Oh my God. I only talk shit on Mark Maron. I love him. Mark are going down. Mark expects the truth from me. So he knows when he acts a fool in front of me.
I don't think he'd be like mad to
he was
for
proud
us
of
to
it.
mention. He'd be like, "Oh, you're Nickelback. Oh, you're those guys," or something. He said something like that.
He came in and he was like, "You're Nickelback." He goes, "I've used you as a punchline several times," or something like that. Where I was like, "Jesus Christ, the guy knows. The guy knows."
He said something really funny where it was so Marony, where he was just like, "Oh, you're those guys." Like,
so mean. I was like, Nickelback, what?
I was like, "Oh, I loved your album, blah, 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 like Silver Side Up or whatever."
I was like, Rockstar's my anthem in the morning. It's how I get ready.
So, How You Remind Me, one of the most played radio songs in the history of time.
Now, you were about to say something when we were starting. Do you remember what it was?
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, without any context, I was.
Okay, wait, can I just tell you? I stopped Josh from saying about 5 things because I was like, this has to go
the
on camera.
sentence in particular was, I couldn't even stay hard.
I was like, save it,
And
save it.
Yeah, but we were having a whole conversation about. I mean, I feel like we have to clue everyone in. No, you know, like sometimes on the road, we go on the road together.
We go on the road together. It's the best.
Obviously,
Come see
we're
us.
friends. She's like my sister. Todd comes, you know, so I'm out there, you know, I'm trolling around for some ladies on occasion.
Yeah, they're coming for you though.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's not like I'm going out and like, you know,
Yeah.
so, but it's just like, you know, these one night stands or whatever, they're just starting to feel a little empty.
Yeah, we want Josh to get. This is what I can say. My stunt boy energy, the things that I want to bring for you, I want them to be fruitful.
Right.
I want to do things for you that explain to the audience the truth because I'm with you on the in betweens. These girls, they treat you like a piece of meat.
It's really
They
weird.
really
I mean,
do.
people out there are gonna think you're crazy.
No,
But it's like, honestly, like it's not a piece of meat. It's more like, I had DMT and it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like a weird story.
Yeah,
That's what I
you're
am.
a DMT story.
I'm an experience.
You're a DMT story. Nobody else wants to hear about it, but everyone seems to want to chat about it.
Yeah, nobody wants me in their life. They just want that to like say in 20 years, like, oh, you did this and it was crazy or whatever. And it's not even that crazy. Like I said, the last one while back or whatever, I couldn't even stay hard inside because I was just like, this is just so nonsense.
When a guy loses butter inside you, that's when I do this. That's what I do the trick of. Must be too hot. They must be so nervous. I'm so hot.
You know what I say, which anybody who knows who I am will know this is a complete lie. I say, oh, I was about to come. That's why I stopped.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, oh, you remind me of my mother.
No, or I do the old, oh, sorry. I'm just wrecked.
That's even worse. Like, oh my God, my pussy put you to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, some of them are boring.
I wouldn't call them boring.
Well, I just mean like, it's just not, it's just, there's no connection there or whatever. So it's like, as fun as it is sometimes, on other times, you're just like, what am I doing?
Yeah, why am I here?
Why am I doing
well,
this?
especially because you just got like this new place, you have your podcast is going well, you're like you're making money, you're ready to like have a relationship.
Yes.
So then you're having these things that were like maybe would have been fun in high school.
Right. Yeah. Or like, 5 years ago or whatever, or like when I first started doing the road or whatever. I mean, that's always like, and then there were times that it was fun.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. There was some fun had, but like, yeah, after a while, you're just like, I'd like to meet someone in normal life that enjoys my company. And I also enjoy theirs.
They also just don't live near you too.
Yeah, exactly. Like someone in my, area code will be nice, or zip code.
Yeah. And then, what do we think the protocol is on? So like if a girl like hits you up to hook up,
Yeah.
you're like, sure, like you're down, but then sometimes they.
Well, sometimes obviously, like, I'm a guy, so like, yeah, I'm gonna be probably down, and I have low self-esteem. So like, I'm probably gonna be, there's gonna be moments of weakness where I succumb to those types of messages. But I should be more disciplined or whatever, and
But what
like,
about when they
know.
send you a bill?
Well, that was the one on the road with. I was on the road with Annie, and a lady wanted to come over, and I was like, cool. And then, she went back, and evidently she lived kind of far. Turns out.
This was a little bit of a road trip for her.
Yeah, it turns out she was making a bit of a doing a road gig as well, and so I was like, she sent me a Venmo request, and I was like, oh boy, okay, well. Now it feels transactional, It's a lot
I
of
was like,
money.
well, this was like a fun night that turned
I
into.
would have bought you a
something-
plane ticket if I knew it was going to cost that much. For fuck's sake! I mean, Christ.
But the best part is you're not like you're not shitty to these girls at all. You're very like
No,
nice.
why
to
would I
them.
be shitty to them? They're
So
sleeping
many of
with
them are.
me.
I don't know why.
I don't know either. I
It's
never
like
got
it's
that.
like their favorite thing is just be like, this fucking cunt came and sucked my dick, this stupid bitch.
No, I mean, this angel came to suck my dick, and there's nothing going on here outside of the sex part. And then,
But do you ever think that maybe they like you, but they don't want to like tell you because they don't think you'll think it's cool?
No. Some of them do tell me, and it's just a matter of like, what do we talk? I mean, like, it's not based on anything real. It's based on them like, oh, I watch your podcast, or I saw you on stage or something. And that's great to like someone initially, but that's not like, I'm not going to start dating someone long distance.
Because
Unless like
unless you
I
had
felt
like a
some,
super vibe with
yeah,
them,
unless I felt like crazy vibes, and
Yeah.
maybe they felt them and I didn't, or the vice versa has happened.
Because there is like this sort of like, because the chuckle fuckers who, God, we love them. I really don't even know how to explain it. Chuckle fuckers, to people that don't know what they are women and men who, mostly more women, who just want to fuck comedians. They just love to like collect all the yucks. They have pretty much a set list of comedians that they banged.
Yeah, that's true. Then you find out you're Eskimo bros with your friends, and it's just a sticky wicket after a while.
Sticky wicket.
It just gets to be weird. And, I mean, I get it I'm like almost jealous of women in comedy, because women in comedy can just date normal. You know what I'm saying? Like,
We have to.
I know women that don't even tell guys until like the third date that they're a comic, which is insane to me, because no girl in the history of time has ever slept with me without already knowing that I'm a.
That's a good thing.
I guess
that means
so.
you're very talented. It's like you really are so good at making like negatives out of like such a fucking positive.
No, I mean,
Josh is like slaying hot puss. He's doing great, and he's just like so annoyed that they weren't like, I like your poetry. Like, what else would they like you for?
I'm just saying, like, I can't go to a bar and a girl isn't like, that guy over there, I'm gonna go talk.
Looks.
You know what I'm saying?
But you
It is
want
looks,
them
yeah.
to look good too.
Of course.
So
what? I'm saying, like,
it's not. Listen, Josh.
it'd be cool
if you were like, I'm really into fucking fat chicks, okay, and I don't really care about their personality. That would be fucking weird too.
Of
Do
course,
you know what I mean?
there's guys like that.
Your personality first, which is
Of course,
good.
I know. I've had to overcome a lot, is what I'm saying.
But one of my
On the outside,
one of my stunt boy ideas for you is, I think that there's different women are attracted to different things, and if we want to start attracting different women, that isn't just for your humor. We got to start doing different Josh styles. I think we need to give you different makeovers. I was thinking we could get maybe a homosexual comedian to come in and help you dress. Like we could do Queer Eye for the one eye.
I'm open for any ideas.
Queer Eye for the one still working eye, and we can do different. Like we'll target a different demographic each time.
Yeah, no, a different kind of woman, different styles.
Yes, a
you're
different
saying,
style.
seeing what style's mine.
Yes,
I like
kind
that.
of like what fits right, and then we give you a glow up.
I'm down. I'm down for that. I could use a glow up. So like Tom did the Make Josh Come tour, which was great.
But that's more of the empty stuff.
Exactly.
We want to
That's
make
what I'm saying.
Josh's
So now-
heart come
Now
tour.
let's make Josh love
Josh's
tour.
heart come. We want to make Josh's heart impregnate with his cum and live a happy life with a family. Josh is a girl dad.
That's what you said too.
You're a girl dad. He's supposed to have daughters.
We were at a rest stop, and a little girl came up to Todd and Annie, and like was like, "Can I pet your dog?" And I basically wept
I was like, you're a girl, Chad. I was crying too. I was like, look at this. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. It's literally the only male comic that at a rest stop looked at a little girl and I thought, isn't that beautiful? Can I just say that, ladies? Can I just say that? This is one of the only good guys in comedy, okay? If I said that about any other male comic, I would be like, there would be an Amber Alert. We would be calling Chris Hansen. It would be a whole to-do.
Oh, that's funny. Oh my God. You're like, that's the only guy I've ever seen at a rest stop look at a little girl and not be concerned.
Life in Death Valley with Andy Andrist.
This is something I would change in my life if I could. The wild turkeys come up and hang out in my driveway. I've made peace with them, but they shit all the time, and then my dog goes out and eats that shit.
Oh.
I wish that didn't.
That's the thing you would change, not the not having cancer?
Yeah, I'd change that
You wouldn't
first.
change the cancer, the molestation, maybe give yourself a bigger dick. Did this brush with death, did it make you think of anything? Like, what do you now think of happens when you die?
Well, you go, I don't think anything happens, and you just fade out. I don't envision a heaven or, My grandma shit herself. Is that where the soul?
Well, she won't notice that. Shitting? Have you ever shit yourself? It feels pretty good.
I shit myself. You had a brush with death last night. You were stopped by in my cabin. They took out organs, and so it's not my fault. I did eat at McDonald's, so that's my fault.
It was his fault. He invited us into his tiny cabin and then immediately took a shit.
That was Life in Death Valley with Andy Andrist.
Look, I have learned this as a strong woman. One might even call me a sugar mama, an SM. I've learned that when my guy looks hot, he feels hot, he's confident, everyone feels good, and that confidence makes him look even better. Today's episode is brought to you by True Classic. True Classic makes menswear that actually fits in all the right places, okay? This is not a True Classic. You see it's a little bunchy around the breasts.
The thing.
It's belling out. This is not a True Classic. This is a true...
It's a cheap, nasty
It's a cheap, nasty shirt with a nasty message with a skeleton. It's disgusting. True Classic has a closer fit around the arms, the chest, to highlight your guy's best assets, and a little room in the torso to keep things cozy and streamlined, okay?
You see how this shirt, like my boobs and then my...
You see how he looks almost like a pregnant woman. He almost looks like the first... You see on this outfit, Todd almost looks like one of the first pregnant men. Do you remember that pregnant man? Maybe we can throw a picture up next. Todd does in this shirt. If he was wearing a True Classic right now, he would not look like a pregnant man.
Uh-huh.
He would not. Look, you got to get these for the man in your life. They're so soft, so affordable. They have amazing styles.
It's a great color palette. I love choosing all the different colors to pick from.
But anyway, True Classics will become a True Classic in your guys' closet. They are so soft. They're so beautiful. Listen, this is an ad, but we have the shirts. They are so soft. They're amazing. They really are great shirts. Todd has been wearing so many of them, and there's such cute colors to choose from. For a limited time only, get 25% off with the code AnnieWood at trueclassic.com. How cute is that? AnnieWood, guys. You get to support the show, and you're going to look hot as shit, or you're going to make your boyfriend and husband look hot as shit. They're gorgeous shirts. I wear them myself, tie them up, make them cute. They're just soft and comfortable, and they're going to be way better than any of his stupid Lucky shirts that he thought.
The first thing you'll notice is how like soft and smooth it is. You know what I mean?
The first thing you're going to notice is how good Todd thinks he's at ads, and how it's almost like he's getting worse each time.
From polos to workout shirts with the same flattering fit, all of their gear is top-notch quality at reasonable prices.
For you big boys, you know where you are. You're in my phone, my old phone, because I only dated fat guys. For you big boys, they have long body options and sizes up to 3XL. So all my exes shop at True Classic as well. Get comfortable, get going, and upgrade your guy's wardrobe with True Classic. Get 25% off at trueclassic.com with the code AnnieWood. Free shipping included on purchases over $100, 100% risk-free guarantee with a 30-day return policy. True classic. You're that good. Todd, do you
Shit.
have something to say?
Well, remember in Skankfest, one of the sweetest things I ever heard was we were all like tripping, and then Josh was just like,
Wait, no. We weren't
right, you
just
can go, you can
tripping.
do it.
Okay, we weren't just tripping. We were all talking about.
I was in
we
outer
somehow-
space.
Listen, Josh. Let's just say Josh could have been in the movie Flight,
Yeah.
and we'll leave it at that. Okay, let's just say it could have been Denzel land on that plane. But
we tried to land the plane, but I did what Denzel did to land the plane, and boy, it shot me. We blew up in the
Let's
atmosphere.
just say it didn't quite work
Yeah.
with the mushrooms.
The fuselage split in half.
Let's just say we found a combo that didn't work very well.
A couple stewardess were sucked out the windows.
Well, first of all, I gave Josh his mushrooms, and he goes, "You know how mushrooms are like? You can have like a fun, goofy
Yeah, they're like a
time,
little- a cap-
or
couple
you're, like,
caps.
questioning like the existence of man on Earth." Like, I gave Josh too big of a. Josh goes, "You gave me a portobello. What the fuck is this?"
This thing was like a satellite dish. It was huge. I was eating this thing like a sandwich. And then because at first I was like, does anyone want to split this? And no one was like, everyone's like, no.
I had it too. I had the yawns and a hood on, and I was rocking. I gave myself autism. Did you not see me next to you? Like,
No, I didn't. I was too busy. I saw stars. I
fucked up
was
too.
just talking the whole time.
But I did dose you. I mean, I did fuck up. Well, I didn't realize because Tim Butterly was my shaman of the
I
weekend.
hit him up. I was like, hey, dude, those shrooms were righteous. I don't know what. He goes, thanks, man.
You're like, "Ugh." So
I love that guy.
Tim Butterly's awesome. He's a comic in Philly, which we are probably going to link up with when we go home because he's got a studio too, I think. He's
Yeah.
awesome. He's so cool. It was so fun to see him because I hadn't seen him since I did shows with him in year 2 or something. It was Skankfest was the best because it was like a reunion.
Yeah,
But
it
anyway,
was like summer camp. Or
so
something.
he was like my shaman. I had a couple shamans where I would like go to them and be like, "You're like gonna Sherpa me through this weekend, and what should I do? How much should I do?" And he was one of them for some reason. But so he gave me the mushrooms. He's like, "These are great. I give them to you. I eat them. We give a little to Wine Shank, who we did her dirty by not."
Well, she had her own, so she was giving. I had some of hers before.
But
and-
honestly, the fact that we did not hang out with her in that moment was pretty disrespectful.
well, no, it was.
To give that type of that level, but I didn't realize there were a lot. She was like, "Sure."
Here's what happened though. We got landlocked in that one green room. We weren't able to move around, so
We
it was
weren't able
really-
to move around. It wasn't on purpose, but I do feel a responsibility when you do the same strain of something and it's crazy, you should stick together because
Sure.
if a man's gone, a man's gone. But anyway, so Tim gives me the mushrooms. We do them. Tim goes, after we take them, he goes, "Now just breathe through anything. Just remember that like it's gonna be okay." I go, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Oh, they're really, really strong. People told me they're super." And it's like, "Oh, Tim, I just took half of I just broke it in half, like a big thing of it with
Yeah, I
Josh."
didn't break it in half.
No,
I
no,
opened a new
no.
one and ate the whole thing. And so, I mean, I can handle my drugs. I'm an adult. I love drugs. I mean, I do.
He got
I mean, I
fucking
love.
tased when he was 16. He can handle it. He's a stunt boy,
I
okay?
feel
We're
like I'm
stunt
good.
boys.
But and like you said, he breathed through it. You know, you're gonna be okay. I always know I'm gonna be okay, and it's the shrooms. But I was really like, there were moments where I'm like, I felt like I was like entering orbit again. I'm like,
You were like that. That is exactly what
Yeah,
you look
yeah,
like,
yeah.
by the way. But we were like, I was definitely doing like the rocking. I went inward too much where I was like, I am not trying to go inward right now. I don't want to like think about my parents dying or whatever. I mean, it was like, I was
oh,
like,
yeah, I don't really get that
God
way.
damn you, Lord. But I was able to stick. But for some reason, we started talking. Hormos was there, and I can't remember who else was there, but it was Joey Avery was there. We were all started talking about how we want to have kids. And like they were talking about like, oh, my son's gonna be this or that, my daughter. And then Todd, now you take it away.
And then like through all that madness, literally Josh looks like he's in like Top Gun. You know, when Top
Yeah.
Gun the flight takes off.
yeah, like Tom Cruise is like. I felt like Top Gun too. I felt like the guy going over the mountain and coming back down, and he blacks out like
He
that
was
red was coming out.
crushing. The green room was like an old movie theater too. So we were like in the back. We were
Yeah.
like in the fingering seats, okay, all of
Yeah.
us. And we were there for like so long. And Josh was like,
Rebecca delivered my
crushed.
check at the end. That's how long we were sitting there for.
she was like, guys, it's time.
Yeah.
But I mean, you were destroyed. You're always funny, but this was a peak Josh moment. Anyway.
And then right through the chaos, I just hear behind me, just Josh goes, "I just want a girl to kiss on the forehead."
He's
Yeah,
like,
like,
why
oh,
are
they're
we talking
talking
about
about
kids? How do
kids.
we get to kids?
I'm not even close to that step yet. Just want a girl to let me kiss her on the forehead.
Can you add tears to all of our eyes in this moment? Put the sad
Oh my
music
god,
on.
I was like, yeah, I did have I was like crying from the mushrooms, like not in a sad way,
Yeah,
but
no,
just
me
like,
too.
all the fluids just leaking from my
Everything
face.
was happening. It was crazy. But I'm glad you did that one other substance before me because I was like, if he does it, I'll do it.
And then I was a mess. I mean, we were all saying goodbyes, and I'm like, goodbye. I'm crying on Kevin Ryan's shoulder. I'm like, thank you for having me on your show.
It felt like the last day of like Real World.
Yeah, Rebecca's
where,
like, "Get the
everyone
fuck
was
outta
like,
here."
you just don't want to be the last person in the house.
I'm crying at Rebecca's shoulder. I'm like, oh, thank you for having me.
That
She's
was
like,
not
all
her
right, gosh, she
shoulder.
said thank you so many times.
I know. It's like, all right, bitch, sorry.
Yeah.
When people start to get mad at you for your
Yeah,
kindness, you're like, I
There
guess
was
I've been here
one,
too long.
fan came up to me and he goes, oh, I might never see you. Or no, he goes, I'm not going to see you again, so I'd like to get a picture. And I go, not see me again? What's going to happen? I got like upset that he was like, what do you mean not going to see me again? That doesn't make any sense. Don't say things like that. We'll see each other soon, say. Come on.
I know it is like, well, the thing about Skankfest that's so weird is like you're on so many hallucinogens that like when people are like fanboying to you, it's like you're like,
I love
This-
it. I get like, I'm like, do you want to come over? I'm
no,
like,
exactly. It's like we're all the same.
yeah.
And then you got a guy with like beads in his beard, like staying on your hotel floor, and you're like, oh shit. Oh, you gotta go, man. I'm sorry. You gotta get out of here.
I think it was last Gangfest, and I love this guy. His name's Jordan. He's a great dude. But last Gangfest, he was like helping me out with stuff while I was on acid, and I think I hired him as my assistant, and I just kept giving him money. And then he was like hitting me up later, and I'm like, "Oh, this guy's such a sweetheart." Like, I hope he realizes I can't afford an assistant right now. I'm not gonna like move you to LA, but next time I'm near you, I'd love for you to help me out again.
Yeah, if you guys want to be a 24-hour assistant, go to Skankfest. You'll
Yeah.
get the experience, okay?
For real.
No, I know. I was tripping so hard. I kept going, am I cold? I kept asking everyone, am I cold?
Am I cold? What a question. She came up to me. She says, am I cold? I go, I'm not on that same level with you. I don't know. I
I
can't.
was like, do we not know the same things? Or oh my God. All right. So we're gonna do that's gonna be one of our stunt boy things. Another stunt, what was our other because of this girl dad theory
Yeah.
and dad theory, I would like to do a challenge with you. I contemplate my possibly potential motherhood. I want to do with you, maybe jet ski. I don't know who else to do it with. I want to get the babies that we had in high school.
Like a
I never
crew.
got to do that. The ones where you
Never
have to
did-
like
I never
feed
did
them
either,
and
yeah.
you have to rock them. Like I want to get those and see like who wins.
They must be advanced now where they can like have sensors. It's like one of those workout bracelets where it tells you your blood pressure.
Oh
and
yeah,
all
they're
that
gonna know
horse
if you fucking ignored that kid.
shit.
you left it in the
It's gonna,
car too
like, All of
long?
a sudden CPS shows up for my robot.
I know. What if they did do that? You had to practice and then they get to like decide whether you can have kids or not.
That would be something. Is that eugenics technically?
Ooh. Yeah, it would have to be blind. It couldn't be like would have to not.
Yeah,
It's
but
like
isn't
when
that basing who gets to like any sort of restricting? I don't know. I'm stupid, so don't listen to me. But like, I feel like any restricting of birth based on like merit is considered eugenics. Am I right or wrong? I don't know. Someone out
I
there
don't
will
know.
know better than me.
you guys let us know. All my Eugene eugenics out there.
I do know that they know like because like when me and Annie got our embryos done, they could tell if your child's gonna be like Down syndrome.
Well,
And
they
you
can do
could-
that on anybody that has a baby.
Yeah, and you could like terminate it now. So people are like, do we
Jesus.
just terminate Down syndrome from the rest of the world, from the world
What
forever?
if it gets like even more advanced and it's like your kid has ADD? It's funny you said you're not learned by saying not learned. You are
Why?
smart. Your vocabulary is way more advanced
That
than
doesn't
mine.
make me smart.
No, but it is odd. It is odd to be around someone. Because I just immediately, like you've told me where I'm like, Josh carries around his passport and I'm like, you're going to lose that when you're drunk. And you're like, I'm not you. And I'm like, oh, you're right. Because I'm like, I just assume everyone has the exact same experiences as me all the time. So when you do say big words, I'm like a little betrayed. I'm like, why do you have a better vocabulary than me, fucking asshole?
Well, you don't. I mean, I'm not talking tales out of school here. You say yourself, you barely read.
Do you read a lot?
I read
How
some.
unfair is that? How unfair is that
It
you
actually-
like to read and are losing your ability
Well,
to?
I'll
And
say
I'm
this: I don't necessarily like to read. I feel like it's like something that I do enjoy it here and there, but when I was a kid, I'd read a lot.
Really?
And it is difficult to read with, like, since I've had one eye, it makes it hard. So now it's like, they're books on tape and shit, but they don't really like resonate. I used to
Can
love
we make one of my eyes cry, Todd, in the edit?
one of my I did
I
like
hate that you're
English
going blind.
class.
I hate that you're going blind.
Oh, I hate it too. Don't get
I
me
hate
wrong.
it. Sometimes I think about these sunglasses you got me. I brought the sunglasses that Josh got me. These for Christmas. They're so cute.
I love sunglasses. I'll never get to wear
That's what I was
them.
gonna say. Until that's the only thing you can wear.
I would love, yeah.
Until the day.
Yeah, exactly. And I want to be able to see what it looks like.
I'll make sure you look cool. I always said if Josh goes fully blind, I will always make sure you dress sharp. I
It
will
would be
not let
hilarious
you.
to go like, I would love to play a game when I'm blind where I just go into a gas station and pick out a random pair of sunglasses and just people are like, that's the one. Like, you know what I mean? No, but I will never know.
They're little kid ones. They just go like that.
Yeah. They're girls.
But Josh got these from me. And I don't wear them that much just because the pads kind of hurt my nose, but I think they look cool. They're what, Fenty?
I forget which brand they were.
But Josh,
they were a brand.
but they're fancy brand. Josh got them for me for Christmas. It was so sweet. I don't ever expect presents from anyone ever. And so it was so nice. He gave them to me at the Comedy Store. Did we tell this on your podcast?
No, I don't think so.
And then he gave them to me. I'm in the green room, the main room. Todd's there. Everyone's there. We're all hanging out. I then go on stage, perform, continue on with the night. We're out in sacred ground smoking weed. This was before I quit smoking weed. And we're back there smoking weed. And Josh goes, hey, can I see you in the sunglasses?
Well, somebody was like, oh, you got her somebody was like, oh, I heard you got Annie sunglasses. I was like, they were like, well, I want to see them or whatever. I was like, yeah, put them on.
So I'm like, okay. I go, okay. Todd, do you have my sunglasses? And he goes, I don't have your sunglasses. I go, oh my God, Josh, I swear I liked the sunglasses. I know I lost them within 10 seconds of you giving them to me, but I promise you I actually love the sunglasses.
I was like, I've seen you.
It was the moment of. It was literally you handed them to me and then they were gone.
I mean, I've seen you leave them at home. I've seen you leave them in hotels, things like that. But we didn't leave the Comedy Store. So it was like.
Imagine someone gets you such a thoughtful. It was so thoughtful. It was like such a good present. And he gave it to me like, I just want to give this to you because we've had like such a good year together. It was like a precious, it was like a core memory in my life. And I did not show that in that moment.
I mean, she did. She showed it in her own way.
Oh my God.
It wouldn't have been Annie if you didn't lose them within 10 minutes. I'm not going to lie.
I have so many duplicates of expensive sunglasses because I think I lose them and then I find them.
That makes me know that you like them because you lost them right away.
Yes, you're right. If I clung on to them, it'd be like, it's like.
She's trying too hard.
Yeah, oh God.
She's putting up airs.
She's impressive.
Yeah.
Now, were you like, was your style, I know that you were like emo in high school. Were you in middle school? Did your parents dress you in like turtlenecks, like colored turtlenecks
in middle
and stuff?
school, I didn't know what I wanted. Middle school was like an identity crisis.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? I think it is for everybody.
High school was for me too, though.
So I want to say like 7th grade to 8th grade, I remember I like bleached my hair. I was wearing like khakis.
Do you regret it now?
And like polos. No,
That
because I
bleach
was
might
like
have
a
been a little
fucking
harsh.
kid. Well, no, I guess,
harsh.
I guess that's true. I fucked it all up. All that bleach, just fucking sunning.
You should have listened to this. The Sunblock song hadn't come out yet. Remember that? Maybe it was just around then it came out though.
Sunblock.
Remember
song.
the Sunblock song?
The Baz Luhrmann song.
The graduation
Wear
speech.
sunscreen.
Baz Luhrmann, the guy who directed Elvis.
Yes, the
He had
guy
a
who
song.
he had the greatest.
It was.
It
like
makes me cry. It brings me to
he
tears.
was doing like a what is that when you go back to a college and you give a speech? What is
Yeah,
that
he gives
called?
like the
commencement
graduation
Yeah, he was
speech,
doing commencement, and someone like put it behind a beat.
Oh,
and it was
Yeah,
like
like a
all of the
song.
radio.
I didn't know
It was
that.
like wear sunscreen.
I thought you were thinking of what was that song? It was like, as we go on, we remember. I don't remember who that bitch was.
It was Incubus.
No.
Wait, what is the line I'm thinking about though? He said like, "Don't mess with your hair."
I think it was like, don't mess with your hair too much, or by the time you're 40, it'll look
like you're-
60 or
yeah,
something. I
60
don't
or
know.
something.
Well, Boz, didn't hear the song evidently. Can't remember it, so it didn't resonate.
Speaking of buzz, we got a buzz coming over here, okay?
Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, I was losing my hair at I remember it was like mid-20s.
Should we show the
I was
picture?
going gray at 14, though.
That's pretty cool.
It was weird. My mom's like, this is weird. I'm like, I'm stressed. I don't know. Over what? I don't remember, but.
Your mom asking you all these questions about your hair color.
Yeah, and I'd listen to Stained.
Oh my God, so was Todd. Todd was like 4 listening to Stained. Now,
It's been a while.
Yeah, oh yeah. No, the one I
I
would crank in my mom's Astro van would be like,
cranking your mom's ass was
Bro.
what I heard.
Astro van. I said
Trovan,
there
it was
two
very important in
syllables
that.
right after that.
Trovan.
I did not hesitate whatsoever.
But my brain is a little ahead, so I
Yeah,
heard,
okay,
I knew
alright.
the A was coming.
But yeah, I do the one that was like, for my mother, for my father. I'm like, yeah, mom.
When my dad retired early, I was like 15 when my dad retired, and he was having his retirement party, and I was like out of town. I was on some trip. I think that was when I was in Central America, and I was like so emo about my dad, and I loved that song by Boys to Men, the Mama.
That was your
Yeah,
emo? Boys to Men?
Yes, I was a W word, which we're not allowed to say anymore.
Well, that's not emo then.
That was my emo.
That's
shit.
your like, this is my emotional
That was my
song.
emotional.
Yeah,
I was
okay.
emo for it,
I get it.
but it's like, you always down for me. I've always been around for me. Down here and inside. You're
don't
the
know that one.
shining force in my life.
When my cousin died, they played that one Boys to Men song.
End of the
Fuck.
road. And
Yes.
now we've come
Yes.
to
No,
the
I don't think it was that one.
end of
No, it wasn't that
the
one. What's the
I'll
other
make
slow
love
one?
to you.
No, it wasn't that
Like
one.
you want me to.
That would have been a banger.
And I'll hold you
The
close.
whole fucking, they would have been carrying
All
that
through
coffin.
The night I'll make love to
No, what's
you.
the other fucking, I don't want to Google it, but
It's on bended knee.
no.
Well, you kind of bend your knee to go to look in the casket
Yeah, when you get on your knees to pray.
and to suck that dick. His cousin died from
what
sucking
the
dick.
fuck was the song?
Are you
God,
sure it wasn't End of the Road?
It wasn't.
Oh, I know what it was. It was with Mariah Carey. And I know you're shining down on me. from
I think
heaven
so, yes.
Like so many
I think that must have
friends
been
we've
it.
lost along the way. Ooh.
There could have been another one. It's going to kill me, but
Okay.
that's all right.
So I can go through them all. I know every single one. But I will
one
tell
more slow
you.
one to think of, and then probably is that one.
Okay, so I will tell you. So I had this kid, Ruben
Stuttered.
Burrows.
Oh.
Okay, what's up? He was white, but he does have like his eyebrows scream.
A white guy named Ruben?
Yeah, but he did
Wow.
end up with a beautiful woman of color.
Well, with
So
a name like
he-
Ruben,
But Ruben, okay, so Ruben, he was Jewish.
probably said the N-word too, pretty freely.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. No, I'm sorry.
Way a while ago, but he was in the choir with my brother. And then so I had him record the mother song for my father and change it to Papa.
Oh,
And it was not good. Ruben, thank you so much for the
Oh.
effort, but it was bad. And then they played it for my dad at the thing. My dad was probably like, what the hell is this? Like,
that
it's
would
like-
make me, if my daughter, I mean, I don't know actually, but I would imagine if anybody did that for me, I would be cringing out of my skin.
I think they like loved the sentiment of it.
Sure.
But speaking of cringe, did you have like the mushy feeling like made you sick when you were a kid? Like any sort of emotional stuff, like with your parents and stuff?
I don't think
Like
so.
my emotional moments were like in my room alone. Like I was very afraid to like show any sort of like any emotion, right? So, but then I would steal all the pills out of my parents' drawers, like not knowing what they were. Like I was just such a bad kid. Like I just was like, pills are what you do. I just realized you can get fucked up. So I would
yeah, they
find
are.
like, I'm so lucky I didn't die, but I would find anything that said like, don't drink on it. And I would just like snort it.
Mm.
I was like, oh, this, you feeling it?
No, I mean, that's sadly, I wish I got that phase out of the way.
You were like, yo, you were relating to it in the moment.
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, no, at 36, I'm like that's yeah, no, I get that, yeah.
So I would take like my dad's heart pills and like snort them. Like some would like really burn, but I would get like, I don't know what I took of his once, but I got so high that I wrote my parents poetry and it was so embarrassing. And I put it like in an envelope and I like did like bubble letters, like I like decorated the thing and I put it under their door. The door was locked, put it under the door. And then I woke up and was like, I gotta get the poems out. I was like, oh no, I took the hangover
Did you
of a
retrieve
lifetime.
them?
No, they got it, and they were just like, that was so sweet. And I was
Oh
like,
my
"Thank
lord. Well, what
you."
else are they gonna say?
Well, they probably were moved by it.
I guess.
I was like, you always run your fingers through my hair. Not the ones
Oh,
down there, the ones
golly.
up here.
That was in your poem?
You never wrote any poetry, Josh?
Oh, there's no
Oh, I wrote a
way.
poem.
Do you know it?
I
Do you
know
remember it?
It
Can you
was
tell it to us?
very simple.
It was simple. Okay.
I wrote a girl a poem in 5th grade, and it was.
I'm so excited.
I think I've told this maybe, but I don't think maybe on Honeydew or something. I don't think I read it though. It was, life is like a leaky boat. A friend can help you stay afloat. What's mine is yours. You know it's true. I'd even share my heart with you. You're like a star high in the sky. I couldn't reach you, but I had to try. That was the whole poem. And it was like, I think I lifted some of that. But
Why were
her,
you okay, go
her
ahead.
boyfriend at the time
Oh,
was like the
okay.
running back of the football team. And he, in the bathroom, was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm sorry. And then he goes, all right, man. And then he never, it was like the end of it. But my friends did not, because the whole school knew about the leaky boat poem. And my friends,
this was what your whole honeydew was about? Was this poem getting
no,
leaked?
it could have been, though, probably. Yeah.
I like how you were like so like sure it wasn't gonna work out at the end.
Right? I said
that was the sad part.
Well, because she had a boyfriend, and it was just like me just kind of like writing. It was my closure. My closure. My closure. Life is like a leaky boat.
A friend could help you stay afloat. What's mine is yours, you know it's true. I'd even share my heart with you. You're like a star high in the sky. I couldn't reach you, but I had to try. I hope wherever you are, you're happy. Sometimes I think of you and wonder if you think of me. Can you hear me? Can you feel me? Maybe one day we'll meet again and we'll laugh like we did when we were young.
He was doing my closure.
masochist.
You still are.
Well, yeah, no, I thought I grew out of it, and then we're finding out that I'm like,
Wait,
very
we were
much
listening.
still
No,
in
we
it.
were listening to Offspring.
It's come back all of a sudden. I'm
we
like,
were
what's
listening to
going on?
Self-Esteem of Offspring, and I just kept going, this is so you, Josh. I'm like, this is Josh.
Every lyric, she's like, that's you.
That's fucking you,
That's
Josh.
you. Every line that he'd say, it's like, that's you talking.
Did you agree?
Oh, 100%. And like back, I really thought I was past that. Like for the last 10 years, I really was good about that. And then like just one girl broke me, you know, this Philadelphia girl just broke me.
That fucking bitch. These Philly girls are trash.
And now I'm just, out here like running around like an idiot, like following fruitless trails.
But she's a dumb bitch, that girl, and that's her problem that she's a dumb bitch. It don't have nothing to do with you.
She's gonna hate me. For
I don't
you
fucking
could,
care. Fuck you, bitch. All right.
If you
Fuck shit
could
to my
write a
fucking
poem
boy.
to the Philly girl, what would the
Oh,
poem
yes.
Oh, I can't come up with one now. You kidding
No,
me?
no, we'll workshop it. We'll do it together.
Oh,
What's the
my
main
writing has
feeling? What's the
grown
main
to the point
feeling?
now where it's like I want to just recite a brand new song to her. You know?
What's the main vibe? It's like because she like betrayed you. It's betrayal, right?
The vibe is just like I'm just sad that it wasn't a betrayal. I mean, we weren't like engaged or anything like that, and she didn't cheat on me or anything. She just talked shit about me and like to people that it got back to me.
That is
and then-
actually so Philly. As I was like giving her like a little thing, I was like, "That's pretty Philly to talk shit."
yeah, she was like she talked shit
shit.
to people that she knew it would get back to me, and it got back to me, and it was like kind of rough. And I thought like we were really cool. So it turns out we weren't. And yeah, I don't know what sentiment I would have to that. Perhaps it wouldn't be as pleasant as the last poem, but
How about it
would
started
be more
out
of
all
an-
silly?
it'd be more of like a Taking Back Sunday song than it would be, or like I need Jesse Lacey in here to help me co-write it, pretty much. But
I think I can do it. It started out all silly.
and okay, keep going.
But
I
you're a
think I
bitch
know.
from Philly.
I could see that train coming down the tracks. Yeah.
No, but
Anyhow,
I feel like you are a great guy and you deserve only the
but here's the
best.
thing: when I was when you were doing all those pills and stuff when you were a kid or whatever, I was like straight edge until I was like 19.
So you're catching up.
So I feel like I'm still like in the throes of like my prime party years, I guess. And I was such a like a dildo when I was like a teenager. I thought I knew everything, and
I saw
really
that picture.
that energy made me accomplish a lot. Like I got into radio at an extraordinarily young age, got full time, was on the radio every day while I was in high school. And it took me being a little like delusional and like being kind of a dipshit to like bully my way into that kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And then I had a bunch of ego death when I started doing drugs, and I feel like that made me a more evolved person.
But you have both like high ego and low ego, and it's good.
No, I have it
I
in the
like
right
your
places and in the
cockiness.
wrong place.
But I think you
Or,
also know, like when I first started becoming friends with you, I was like, Josh, you're gonna meet like a very good, and you're like, I know.
Yeah,
You
no.
do know you will.
I feel
You
like
got
I
broken
have
by
the
this one
ability
bitch,
to.
but-
Yeah, no, they just some of them just fucking turn the screws and they really like kill you for a couple of weeks, like, you know.
I
It
think
just puts
after-
you out of your brain, and you're like, "What am I doing? I'm
I
acting
think after
irrationally."
Queer Eye for the One Eye, I think you're really No, it's a weird field we're in. And it's like the road stuff, like if I were to hook up with someone on the road, that's so crazy.
It's
actually so insane.
Well, like, yeah, no, I mean, because they're strangers, and
Yeah.
for you to for a woman to invite a stranger like to their hotel room and everything like that, it's like hinky. It's weird. It's
Yeah.
like it just gets into like Dateline territory. You know what I'm saying? And like, for me, it's like I'm a public, like the woman coming over has like a little more like, well, there's like a spotlight kind of on this guy.
Right.
Like if he's really shitty, it's like people know who he is. We can
Yeah.
we're gonna be able to track him down. We know where he's going next. You know, like that kind of thing.
It is kind of wild that people still, like some of these male comics still are so like shitty to girls on the road. It's like, why don't you just be nice to them?
Well, it's not
They
just
can
male
come
comics. I
after
mean,
you.
it has nothing to do with comedy. That's just dudes.
But I guess I mean people that are public
Well,
figures.
yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
saying comedy because that's the ones we
Well,
know.
yeah, they
but
can
it's
bitch
like,
about you on Reddit or whatever, and
like there are avenues for everyone to
well,
kind of
the
like
girl from
speak their
Philly,
voice.
she could probably say like, "Oh, he's just a drunk loser who like, you know, thought we were gonna fuck all the time and we didn't," or something like that. And it's like that's not the case, but
Right.
it's like she could just go say all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't necessarily I didn't even like. I don't know. There was no physical like anything, so it's not.
It
like,
was just a lot of
me buying plane tickets and restaurants.
It is weird. It's like it's very like young thing because I remember when I was young, when I was like 21, I had this friend who I lived in Santa Fe and I had come out to LA to visit like a couple of my friends from college, and I had like dated one of them, so I had like weird like when I don't know, I just felt kind of like slighted by my ex. And that when we went, they were working on this show and we went to go to like a work party. They worked for MTV. It was for the Ashley Simpson
Ooh.
show. And they were like, all right, we're going in here. These are our bosses. Like, can you make sure to not be like too? And I was like, myself.
Can you not be too Annie?
That's literally what they said. And because it was my ex, it like kind of cut me like
Yeah.
deeper. I was like, fuck you guys. So I went in like crazy. Like
Can
I
we
went
turn
in,
it down to about a 6?
I went in 16. I was like,
Yeah.
fuck you guys. And I went crazy.
Yeah, he broke
And
the
then I ended
knob.
up like hitting it off with their boss. And to me, it was like, I'm here with all these guy friends of mine. And it just didn't occur to me at 21 that like maybe this like 29-year-old guy wasn't like looking for a pal. And not that he was a predator in any way. Like
No.
he's looking at my attention as like, and not that I wasn't sure, like I kind of liked him. So I wasn't like, but I was not like chuckle fucking the situation. Like I wasn't going in with that intention, but it was also just sort of like, fuck you. This guy's like, thinks I'm cool. And you guys thought he was going to hate me and whatever. So then I ended up like, I did like hang out with him once. And I think we like made out a little bit, but then, I always stayed friends with people. So I stayed in touch with him. And then he invited me to his 30th birthday party. So I like flew out for the party because all these people were going to be there that I had hung out with. Like it didn't even like occur to me that I was like flying in and taking his like girl place. Like I was
Oh,
like, I didn't realize I was flying in to like be with him because it just didn't
that's
occur to
wild.
me.
Yeah. I mean, I make it pretty. It's pretty known usually. I
No, but
mean,
I'm
yeah.
just saying it's like a young girl like thought to think that like, oh, this guy wants a pal. Not that you wouldn't be friends with people.
No,
Do
yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? But it's like it just didn't occur to me that this guy was like assuming I was gonna fuck him.
There was
Not
no
that I'm saying
pal
you
energy
were
with this. Yeah,
exactly.
there was no. It was pretty clear what
But
was.
at 21, maybe I wasn't giving any pal either. It's just like it's a
This
thing that
girl
I
is
had to
not
learn.
young either, by the way.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm it's in defense of you
Oh,
where it's
thank you.
like,
Okay.
how are you like it's just such a young thing to think. Like
Right.
why would this person want to be just spending like all of their time and money on me?
Well, this person, I hate divulging too much, but this person had like sugar daddies in the past, and I thought that was
Mm.
cool. Like I was like, oh, get it, girl. You know,
Yeah,
like I
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
care. I thought I liked that energy, like hustling or
Yeah.
whatever. And so then I realized through this second channel that I was the now, which felt kind of cool because I'm not that rich. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I was like, hey, all right, well, look
No,
at that.
you're a future girl dad and a future sugar dad.
I'm either one, one or the other is gonna happen.
You can be both, but you just be a sugar daddy to your hot wife that
Yeah.
is taking care of your kids.
I mean, the fucking Uber driver that sucked the life out of me on my way here, she was saying, she's like, these old men getting with these young girls, and she was going off on that. And she's like, they just want you for your money. And I was like, well, yeah, some of them like that. Some of them
Yeah.
don't care. That's like, they're like, I get it.
Yeah.
They still suck my dick at the end of the day.
Yeah. I think also as someone that went gray so young, you have like a producer vibe, whether you want to or not.
Ugh.
My friend Mike that Todd works with, he went gray like really early. And
That's
he
'cause
was
I
like
was a producer for that's
he was
why.
making out with his girlfriend.
Mm.
And my friend came to pick me up. And he like later was like, oh man, I saw the craziest thing. It was like this super old producer like hooking up with this young girl. And I was like, that's my friend Mike. He just has gray hair. He 100% is the same age as that girl. If you saw his face, he looked so young, but it was so funny. It was like he just got put into like sugar daddy mode
Sure.
so fast because of the gray hair. But yeah, I wonder if maybe you need to date someone that's like that's a musician or something that's like what we do kind of.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it. I'm open for anything. Let's explore all the avenues.
I think you need like a nice like e-girl, Twitch girl.
Ooh.
That's a
Oh,
good-
I wouldn't mind that either.
Yeah.
Ooh, a Twitch girl's a great idea.
I could date a porn star for real. Like I really just I have no qualms with it too, and I've always said that. Like
I'd like to say you could. You already did. Look at him. He's so cute. Look at him. Don't you want to sit on his face, ladies? Come on. With love,
yeah,
in a loving way. Like get breakfast later.
exactly.
But I think the baby thing will be funny. I just am curious who's gonna. I feel like you're gonna be so good with the baby. Honestly.
Well, here's the thing. I will always know in my mind that it isn't a real child. I feel like there's like a switch that would, if it was like, Josh, we're getting actual babies for this little experiment,
You would
then I'd be
crush
like,
it.
oh my God, I would be sleepless. You'd see me like with bags under my eyes at the store. I'd have it with me on a little thing like
No, we're all
Papa's-
bringing him to the store. We give him to jet ski. She bring it to her shift, driving cars.
Yeah.
Put in a car seat. She has to strap it into a car seat every time she parks someone's car.
I feel like with a robot, I'll be finding shortcuts and I'll be like, oh, if I just put it on this hamster wheel, it'll like keep like it looks like it's moving or something or whatever.
Josh, by the way, has many hamsters. I don't know if you know this about him. He's
I
a
have any
hamster guy.
I have no rodents.
Wait, I convinced
I
my
have
dad.
no rodents.
When I had hamsters as a kid, my dad loved them, okay? He always talked about how much he loved the hamsters. They were cute as shit, and you would get
They
like the little
smell
things for them.
terrible.
But he forgot that, okay? So then as grown-ups, I thought it was funny, like a little bit stunned girl. I was like, Dad, you should get some, remember you love the hamsters? Like, why don't you he was retired, he was working at home. Go get some hamsters. I got him to get hamsters. We're going to get dog food.
Oh
He got
my
like 2
God.
hamsters or 2 gerbils. He had them for like 10 hours. He was like, I hate them. They're disgusting. They won't shut the fuck up. They smell like shit. He wanted to just leave them on the doorstep of a school. Like he thought he could just like leave them on the elementary
In the
school
cage?
doorstep. And we ended up giving them to Mavis, our cleaning lady, but I have a feeling that she cooked them. She was like,
oh my God.
she cooked some weird ass food.
That's so funny. A hamster, like you'd get any nourishment from that.
It's some shit she
Small.
would do. There was always weird little bones in the food she made us.
I'll never forget. We had one, and I like could take it or leave it. It was like my parents just putting off getting a dog. They just tried all these different pets. They tried a bird at one point. Like, this fucking thing
A bird
sucks.
is way worse than a dog.
Yeah, it was a parakeet. It was like, and it's like flying around and shit. I couldn't stand it. And then the hamster, it just smelled like piss all the time. And we'd take it out once in a while and we have to like set up this parameters and it would always escape somehow. It would always escape. And
They come back vicious too.
And then it'd just be in the house.
And then they come back?
No. I remember, I'll never forget like opening the basement door and turning on the light and just seeing its dead body at the base of the basement, like its teeth and everything.
This is like the premise of Barbarian, by the way.
And then it was like, that hamster's gone.
It had huge tits and it made you suckle.
My
Did you see
parents
Barbarian
told us,
yet?
no.
Okay.
I was going to say we had a rabbit at one point and we kept it in the garage. And I think like
they were just trying to test to see if you were.
I don't know what happened to it. I think it got too cold and it just died.
Ooh.
And my dad was like, "Yeah, it's an animal ate it." He like used that because I'm like, how did an animal eat it? Like, it was in a cage. It was in the garage.
Let's call him right now.
You want to?
What the fuck happened to the
find out
rabbit?
what's going on. I don't remember. Should we call him?
Do you think he lied to you about the rabbit?
I don't remember what his excuse was. But
as
I'm
you're
pretty
calling
sure...
him, let me tell you what my mom did to my brother's pet rats. They were dying. They were like, like they were just like skinny and like old and they were like dying. My mom tried to suffocate them and it didn't work. So she slammed a giant book on it, crushed it. She's like, don't tell your brother I told you. I'm like, why'd you tell me?
Let's see if you...
I just had the trauma and the secret.
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Hey, real quick.
Hi.
Oh, I'm here with my friend Annie.
Hi, I was with him at the hospital.
She was the one at the hospital.
I'm his emergency contact.
Hi. What's up? What's going on?
What happened to remember the rabbit we used to have in the garage?
Yes.
How did it die? You remember? Or did it not die? Did you just give it away?
No, it died.
Do you remember how? It just...
I think he committed suicide.
Well, what happened? You found it in the cage or something?
Yeah, he was dead.
That
was it?
Did you kill it? Can you tell us? Nobody's gonna be
Did you
mad.
just not feed it, or did it get cold? Do you think? Do you have any theories?
I didn't want it.
You didn't want it?
Nope.
Well, then what happened to it?
How did you kill it? Poison?
Did Grandma cook? Did Yaya eat it?
No. No, he did not.
Okay.
He just died. It was just like in the garage. I really wasn't taking care of it that much.
Oh, well, there you go. All right. Well,
So
before
starved
we
to death.
admit to a crime, I'll let you go. Thank you for answering.
Nice to meet you. I love your son. He's the best.
Was it a pet on it or?
No, I just couldn't remember.
I just thought there might be some suspicious
my
stuff.
favorite food, though, is rabbit.
I know that. That's why I was nervous. All right. I love you. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Your dad killed the fucking rabbit and you ate it.
I'm pretty sure my grandma... I remember...
Yeah, is what you call your grandmother?
Yeah, they're Greek.
Yeah. That song.
Yaya is what I call something else that goes up your nose.
Earlier I was like, I love these glasses, but they hurt my nose. And Todd goes, yeah, another thing Josh gave me hurts my nose too. Yeah. Oh God, we've had fun. Well, Josh,
thank you for having me.
as always,
I love being here.
it's the best.
hope I
I
come
love you
back
being
soon.
here. Please come back soon.
We're going to come back with babies,
We'll do babies. We'll do
makeover, whatever.
queer eye for the one eye.
That's right.
We'll come up with some other stuff. But I do want to leave us on this. I want you guys to see Josh Potter at NASCAR. We got to get you. I also want to get you wigs. That's another.
Oh, that's part of the thing.
That's
though.
another stunt. Maybe it's the same stunt
No,
boy.
it's part of the queer eye one.
Yes. Okay. And also, we'll be back. We'll be eating scorpions next episode. We're eating scorpions.
What?
We're getting zapped. This has been an amazing episode. I love you, Josh.
I love you very much.
I don't
and
know
Todd,
exactly when this is going to come out, but I know. I always say that between Todd and I, we are like the perfect friend for you.
too.
You got girl, you got boy, you got sensitive from him. You
It's
got
true.
rude from me.
From him. Yeah.
And I'm going to go out on a poem I wrote about Josh. Josh Potter sometimes wishes he was hotter. However, he is so funny that he's going to end up with a
Thoughter.
Snow
Wait
bunny.
a second. I was going to say snow bunny, but then I remember that his dad let the bunny die in the snow. His dad let it freeze to death.
Yeah,
His
don't
dad
come
may
after
have
my
killed-
dad out there, all right?
Listen.
He probably ate it, so it went to good use.
Listen, it's not dead. It wasn't murdered. It was slaughtered.
Neglected.
It was neglected into
then-
a delicious
And then ate, probably. I'm going to
lamb
assume.
over rice,
Yeah.
rabbit over rice.
He was like, and you do know I love rabbit. I'm like, all right, you're incriminating yourself now.
Okay, Josh Potter sometimes wishes he was hotter. But he is so funny, even though his dad killed that bunny, he is a great guy. He deserves to see the inside of your thigh, not just once, but
Until they die.
until they die. Let him kiss you on the forepart of your head, and then love him and let him be with you till you're dead. Not in a sick way,
Yeah.
but
Dahmer-y.
the way you would say, I love you, and
How many stanzas are in
and
this
seize
thing?
the day. Guys, Josh Potter, quality guy. Do not try to one night stand him. Try to
Leave
marry
your
this one.
poems in the comments about.
Leave your
Josh.
poems.
Poems in the comments.
Good poems. We don't do the hazing, okay? Josh,
Oh.
no more coming up. You guys don't get to call Josh blind. I get to, okay? He's my friend.
Well, just know that I've heard it all.
He's already heard it, so be creative and kind. You know what's creative? Compliments. We don't even imagine them in the...
I could never imagine.
So
that.
write positive poems about Josh in the comments. And ladies, slide.
And the winner gets something.
Yeah, the winner, we'll send you some AnnieWood merch.
Yeah,
Ooh.
merch, some sunglasses.
Yeah,
or
we'll send
something.
you some sunglasses, some merch.
Ooh.
Okay? But these are good poems about Josh's beautiful, bright future.
You didn't put, aren't those them right there? Or no?
What, these sunglasses?
I thought those were the ones from,
These are yours
oh.
that you sent me. Is that what
I
you're talking
thought you were, I thought you had a pair of yours.
about? Of what?
Your sunglasses.
Oh, I don't. Oh my God. Right when I told them not to make fun of you for being blind, you had one of the blindest moments. We were so close to ending the show. Well, we've got our outro. Bye, guys. Can't wait to hear your poems.
This is the land of Annie. Fake comedians can't stand me. This here is Randy. Smoke salvia with your granny. Got it out of the mud, yeah. Shout out to the slugs. Yeah, I'm eating my banana and practicing self-love. This is AnnieWood. Got Gucci and Louis all in my face, yeah. This is AnnieWood, yeah. She never ever coming fake, yeah. This is AnnieWood, yeah. Talking about the perfect place, yeah. This is AnnieWood. Hold up, I need a banana break.